Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. It's the 4th week of July, is about to be ready to go in today's weekly challenge on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you guys did a lot of good excited update out there to have a new set of driving physics until we're about to be set and good to go to have some flight events with 2 of them by brand new and 3 of them will do the usual way. But first up, we have Eiger Nowhere to take on in the Jeepney Cup in race number 1 along with Fisherman's Ranch in World Rally Challenge on race number 2. Plus, we have a special event we'll be using the Lamborghini Gallardo LP560-4 we'll take on in the forward direction on Sardinia World Track B will be settled in to take on in the 1-make category along with race number 4 at Autodromo de Interlagos in Hypercar Parade. Group 4 only to take on in WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca in World Touring Car 700 on race number 5 will be received to have 3 prize credit tickets to go available by 100,000, 200,000, and 500,000 GT credit to compete 5 events all at once. But you know, this segment video is about to go the eye of the Eiger as I'm about to be planned and set by the schedule on race number 5 as 3 of them will take the first one to do the usual way and 2 of them to go by brand new. This will have to take a lot of good experience to go by having some few other Group B rally cars, hypercars, Lamborghini Gallardo, Jeepney 454K car, and Group 4 category is about to be set and raring to go. So as always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's weekly challenge. So first up, I just really want to know about the new driving physics for the current update by the latest is turns out to be a bit more good and much more improved by driving skills is now currently to go by having an old one from the previous update. But somehow, other Gran Turismo players may have to be turns out to have a witness because of the driving physics from other cars might be turns out to be a bit more crazier, but it's no one else's fault when you're playing on the PS4 or PS5 version of GT7, or maybe that might have to come up with a better idea to do with some memes is going to be a fun place to be having a creative idea until the developers will be addressed it to have a situation until the issue will be resolved until the next minor update to go by fixing up and make it good as new. So I'll have to start out and enter on the Group 4 category in World Touring Car 700 at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. As I'm about to be using and choose the Chevrolet Corvette C7 Group 4 with my UDRS Insportec livery to go with a white style variation, just have to go by a tire wear in 8 times and fuel consumption in 10 times for the number of laps will go by 10 will be set and raring to go by having a competition to have a first stage we'll have to take the opposite direction in reverse. But if possible, just let you guys know to be entered on Eiger Nowhere to take a good step on race number 1. We'll be doing a recommendable to have a good use on using the Suzuki Jeepney 454XC. So I'm about to be prepared, just have to be patient and take my time. Late pit stop, we'll always have to keep a good matter of option to have a racing up strategy. Got to make sure to have the car settings to be set and go with racing hard compound tires, or if possible, just have to go by racing medium or soft compound tires will have to be on standby before enter to have exactly in lap number 8 or lap number 9. So let's do it. Commence the rolling start and have myself on 20th position to go for the 3-second countdown until take on in the first turn and turn 2 at the Adreni hairpin. So I'm up, but I can't wait to see how the driving physics turns out to be a bit more improvement after days of getting to know about the new skills of handling. Got to switch it to the radar and look at it go. Few other Group 4 cars are now putting up to have a Michelin tires is now being well equipped and giving a good base of technology to be part as a French tire manufacturer. Just like the old ones since Gran Turismo Sport on the era and currently to be prior to the new update. But you know, every differences of tire compound is now putting up to have a different set of Michelin's tires is now putting up on separative categories to be using on the comfort, sports, racing, snow, dirt, and racing rain tires just to see the differences to go by a matter of textures to see how it goes. So coming in on Sector 2 to take the corkscrew, got to stay behind and catch up on our Keppelham in the Toyota 86 Group 4 until third sector on the way. But what can I say, you guys? The new driving physics is very good to be improved and get yourself to be tested to have a good prior to the Gran Turismo World Series on Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup. Now on to turn 11, got to keep going. Have the fuel map to go on lane 6 to be on 81%. First lap clear, now going in on lap 2. Cannot believe I just barely pulled the outside corner. That could be a bit much more slight advantage, so I need to get back on the streets and get back on the grid. So I just need to rise up and keep on racing to keep a good practice to get used to it. Okay, now for the right side to overtake the Audi TT Cup 2016. This is very much more impressive to go by having a new one rather than the old driving physics. But we always have to live with it because the current update that we just don't want any kinds of unexpected disturbance to let any kinds of different vehicles to go off the air by reaching on top of the stratosphere. Here comes the corkscrew. Got to catch up on T. Sugulora on the 15 and the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport along with Randall Haywood in the Lamborghini Huracan Group 4. Just get in there. Got to switch up onto the interior view and give it a better view of the action. There we go. Make that push and go by overdrive in number 1 power. Okay, good pass on the Lamborghini. Now for Basilio Gallo on the Honda NSX Group 4. Brake well proceededly to have turn 2 to go inside when you're on the Adreni hairpin. There's Adam Tapai in 12th place. Currently dropping in the Ford Mustang Group 4. Very good and well tested. Okay, current sector clear. Now moving back to Sector 2. Okay, good overtake on the Subaru WRX driven by Mikhail Hasal. Now for Giorgio Mangalo on the Land Evo X Group 4 on position 10. Just hold the line steady. Going in onto the Ruau Straight. Yeah, that's more like it. Just have to keep a good eyes on the prize and eyes on the ejected to go for the top 3 position. So 20 seconds to go. Looks like Patrick Basson is still currently to be driving on a Suzuki Swift Group 4. Got to go by modest commit. Turn 10 clear. Now let's go catch up on Mendoza in position 8. So folks, with all due respect, because the new driving physics is all about get to know about the new kind of the basics rather than the old one from the previous game in this part of the most weekly challenge ever yet. But it's all about get tested and see how you can feel very well to go handle it to use any kinds of race cars or road cars by specifically. It's all about need to know basics. We'll have to go by a learning of example on how to use on the new kind of a driving physics to be played on the PS4 or PS5 version of Gran Turismo 7. Mostly other Gran Turismo players can actually to be helping you out and get to use about these new kinds of driving physics. I'm still learning. I'm just actually had to get it in and get used to it to see how faster can it go when driving well to be handle it on the tracks and the corners with elevation. Okay, coming down on the corkscrew, exactly to be at 18.5 seconds on the fourth lap, just halfway there. But I'm pretty sure of it if I had to go by a pit stop available, and there's Kawakami is at the pit when using the Lexus RCF Group 4. Okay, gonna have to be patient, and moving on to the 7 in about 17.8 seconds to go by the halfway mark on lap number 5. Just have to go by late pit stop. That's how the recommend practice. We'll always have to keep a good use on the future challenge on the Manufacturers Cup or the GTWS. Okay, sector 2 coming in. Have turn 4 to be checked and stay on the track. Got to go increase by lean 5. Climbing up on turn 5 to get back on the Rural straight. Okay, I see a good eye on Ryuta Kokubun in position 6 on the Mazda 3 Group 4. I see him right now. He's about to go entered on the corkscrew. Got to make that good pattern and stay steady to go concentrate. Gonna have to avoid oversteer. Okay, there you go. Now gonna have to go in the zone and make that good pace out there to have turn 11 check on the final corner. Just have to keep a good high gear up, switching up on lean 4 to hold down the fort, and amp up to go back on lean 6 by 4 more to go, and currently on lap number 6. Here it comes. It's about to go directly on the chase and kick it up onto the medium gear. Okay, good quick counter steering. Got to overtake Mazda, then Toyota driven by T Yamanaka on number 5. Alright, 5th place. 4 more to go. Gonna have to catch up to see Healy on the Genesis G70 Group 4 on the number 4 spot. But in the meantime, it's always about to have a well-tested Group 4 car in WTC 700 on any kinds of racetrack, including Laguna Seca. We'll have to be amp up and go for the method of challenge when using on the different approaches on pit stop. This part of the race, we'll always have to keep a good late pit strategy to go exactly until the penultimate. We'll have to hold down much longer. Okay, Patrick Bazan is in, and that means Ed Portilla is remain on the first position along with M. McEwen. But I may have a good feeling about this. 10 seconds on the gap and go down to be at lap number 7. Okay, just have to keep going and time to catch up to the Dodge Viper Group 4. Just have to make it and go by 3 more to go on the remaining spot as I'm about to go on lap number 8 earlier to be prioritized by the pit strategy. Got to go quick commit on turn number 4. Good on check. Now gonna have to keep a good eyes on the Dodge Viper if it coming in onto the pits. Ah, come on. That could be a messed up sloppy moment that I just really need to perform on turn 5. Same as ever, Dodge Viper GTS for my full walkthrough back then that I just need to get used to it. Okay, back on sector 3. It's getting closer in about 6.8 seconds, so I'm about to be ready and go for the pit stop on recommendation. He's in right now. Gonna have to go in as well. Alright, racing stop tires check, and refuel recommendation might have to be exactly in over 50%. No time to have a little bit more full capacity because I just really might need to have that strategy to go stay into the top 3 position. Due to the mistaken on turn 5 as I'm about to need to have a replay content. But anyway, I'll have to make sure if I had to go by best encore and do the best part of the usual way, we'll have to do it much more often. Alright, have the Michelin tires are now being set and give a sub compound to be checked and wait for the refuel requirement. Alright, there you go. Now dropping down on position 9. Genesis on position 8 is now coming down and go exit. Just only 2 more to go. I just need to take a little bit more time and take a haste. Okay, got a good eye on Genesis. Gonna have to do it right now. And back on 25 seconds to be exactly on the usual as Ryota Kokubun swoops in to take the lead. Just always have to be mastered on turn 5 when you're at Laguna Seca for the new driving physics, just to make sure when using different Group 4 cars. So I got the sub tires check and rolling out. Come on, just have to take that corkscrew. Kokubun's at the pit. Now gonna have to be patient and let for Busan. We'll have to go by 2nd position to go up in 1st. Okay, take turn 11 on the left. Okay, Randall Haywood and Mikhail Hassal is currently at the pits. Got to go number 9 and gonna have to catch up exactly in the meantime. Okay, gonna have to stay focused on McEwen in the C7 Corvette Group 4. Turn 2 clear. Now, keep a good stable condition on turn 3, steady on the right. Okay, got a good eye on Portilla. He's on the 3rd position and he's going in to catch up on Mangalo in the Land Evo Group 4. Just almost there to have a minimum up gap and exactly in 0.2 seconds up ahead for the Dodge Viper. Time to go up. Got to let both of them to go past on the corkscrew and I'll have to go behind. Okay, close call. Dodge Viper is slowing down. Got to be proceed with caution and dive back on sector 3. Whoa. Okay. The Land Evo Group 4 just took a good defense quickly as possible. Alright, there you go. Looks like almost there. Gonna take the 2nd position and go to the final lap on number 10. It's only down to 3.1 seconds to catch up to Patrick Besson in the Suzuki Swift Group 4. This will have to take a good soft racing compound tires, move through the late, and just have to go for a late afternoon condition of the time as the shade is coming in. Got to drop the hammer and take it to the podium. Will give a good proud represent to Team Chevy and America itself. Just go right ahead. Make that 5th turn to go perfection quickly and improve by the suspension respond. Okay, that's a good one. Headlights turn on and have a driving physics super pace of the UDRS Insportec to find a good line and claimed the corkscrew to be mastered and succeeded. So here comes the late afternoon to go on evening. Just in time, and go well embrace it to have turn 10, and the final corner on number 11 will take the last step. Final stretch. Team N-Sportec has now claimed the podium and succeeded by first place. That's one checkmark clear, and there you go. Now that's the first step on the Group 4 racing competition for the new set of driving physics. Very good, succeeded, and well, awesome to get down to do some driving physics of training. Total time I took is 16 minutes, 5.494 seconds, and the fastest lap I took is a minute, 30.756 seconds, is good on the match and well tested to be on race number 1 in the current weekly challenge for having a latest update. So I'll have to take 110,000 Gran Turismo credit and good available to be receiving by 100,000 GT credit on the ticket. So that's 22.3 miles of today, and it's not over yet because one roulette ticket will have to be patient and will get available by having a playback bar option has now been open in session. Got to choose on duration by the matter of time and pick any suitable scene on the spot. Well, I can't say this is very much more indeed exactly rather than skipping 10 seconds by multiple presses. Got to go capture thumbnail image, quick exit. Now gonna have to go by content replay number 1 is save. For every road car and race car, we'll get to know about the new kind of driving physics turns out to have a characteristic to go driving on different drivetrains. That's why Group 4 race cars has now passed the test and then moving on to take on in rally cars for number 2 at Fisherman's Ranch for the World Rally Challenge where we set and racing off the dirt. Just like last week when we're racing on Japanese 4-wheel drive 600 on the same track for only 1 lap and 2 laps for the Group B rally car, we'll have to take by 12 participation with exactly to go by dirt racing compound tires. So I'm about to go with the 1998 Subaru Impreza rally car. We'll have to go by having a good official of the variation themed livery driven by Colin McRae. Dirt tires are now being equipped and set, and this time, if possible, just have to go by purchasing onto the low, medium, or high turbocharged RPM to see how faster can it go. And plus, the anti-lag system has now been introduced, will be set into strong. Gonna make it onto 514.30 performance point, might be a very good excellent of average performance to see how faster than a classic Group B rally car can go ever since from Gran Turismo 2 back from 1999 as a 1999 counterpart version. But it'll have to get down to it because dirt driving on new physics will have to be tested, will be amped up and be prepared about it to see which one is the best. Modern Group B rally cars or classic Group B rally cars. But it does matter to see which is gonna have to take a good base wheel performance to go exactly in about under 300 horsepower. So I'll be the judge and get down to do some driving of skill appraisal to be set and go for 2 laps. We'll be embraced to go classic WRC competition. Here goes. 12th place, we'll have to take a good rolling start before approaches on the first turn. Okay, looks like turn 2 is slide around perfectly to go by clear of perfection on the rally car base. Got a good eye on Adam Tapai in the Ford Mustang Group B rally car. Got to take a little bit more patience and go for an airborne jump on sector 2 to go enter. Okay, it turns out it's going to be a bit more improvement and get used to it. But this is so very impressive to drive it on the dirt. It is going way more awesome than driving in real life. So in about 22 seconds to catch up on our Kebblehem, currently on the 9th position to go on the inside turn on the right. I see him right now, driving on the Toyota A6 Group B rally car, is now doing the side turns and catch up to Baulio Gallo in the Honda NSX Group B rally car. But heads up, take that short jump and proceed with quick overtake to pass on to the Toyota A6 Group B rally car. That's the ticket. Now gonna to keep it good, slide careful, make that tight turn up, and there goes the contact just to be seen. Alright, good insight on the proceed overtake. This is so very impressive to see the Subaru Impressive Rally car is racing to go in action for a different dirt track. First time ever since every previous Gran Turismo games as well. So here it comes, as I'm about to catch up to the Peugeot RCZ Group B rally car to take that jump. Keep it stable and keep it well careful without receiving any kinds of further troubles to go by a center of gravity loss. So I'm on the number 7, 6 more to go. And there's Ed Pegandet on the 205 Evolution 2 rally car. Another kind of a classic Group B rally car is very good to be seen on the grid. Got to do the outside, and here comes the best jump ever yet. Gonna have to switch it, and there you go. Ho-ho! Same kind of physics airborne and new kind of improvement. How brilliant is that to see how the Subaru Impreza just take that jump when you're on Fisherman's Ranch? Awesome, correct? Well, exactly, I just kinda love it. Okay, coming down, and anti-lag system is doing well and make it stronger. Then here's the jump, give it a low center of gravity check, and proceed to have the last few turns to go on to the left and the final corner on the right. Good pass on the Hyundai Genesis Group B rally car. Now Petit Kato in the Audi S1 Pikes Peak Quattro is currently on the third. Final lap. Just have to kick it up on the dirt and stay in all-wheel drive. Got a good mark on the inside. Audi takes the good advantage. I can do my best, but it'll have to take 3 more Group B rally cars to go as the second sector rolls back in. Alright, that's a good tear up the dirt and get closer to have the last 2 modern Group B rally cars. Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X Final Edition Group B and Nissan GTR Group B rally car. Just only have Jesus Willow and Giorgio Mengolo in the first and second position. So the faster lap time I took is being recently by 3 minutes, 44.545 seconds. How comparison to see some modern Group B rally cars might have to take on with a classic Subaru Impreza rally car is actually to have a best all-time best moment out there to see, which is exactly to give it a good feel driving spirit, just like Colin McRae was actually to be using with this Impreza rally car. A bit more handling check and having a good turn on the dirt. Slide around carefully to give it a good all-wheel drive steering response. This is so very impressive to see the Impreza rally car just coming along last and just make it onto the second lap we'll have to do on the first position. But after all, This is very much more indeed to be exactly for every Gran Turismo fans and Subaru fans to be driving with the 1998 Impreza rally car is a good Group B nostalgia. The livery, the base color is based on the WR Blue Micra. The roll bar cages has now actually becoming fully detailed, just like the 1999 counterpart as a standard version. But you know, the rims is very much more good and well placement to have a good efficiency to see how every kinds of rally cars, just like the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 4 and number 5 rally car. Well, I can hardly wait because give your prediction thoughts before the next month update. We'll have to find out soon enough, as the month of August will have to be on early arrival, will be set by round 2 for the official GTWS and Czech Republic in Prague. But I'm still really love about the Subaru Impreza rally car. It has a good spirit of a boxer, will go confidence in motion. The good scene, the driving physics, and the handling, and a good top speed has everything got it all for this rally car. That could be a very good thrill to be having a top dog underscore contender is very more thrilled to be excitement. But everything else to have some medium or high turbocharged RPM will have to take on with the Suzuki Escudo Pike Speed Special. But checkmark number 2 is now being cleared by 3 more to go, as 2 of them will be on standby by having some brand new challenges. So here is the total time for today's race number 2, folks. 7 minutes, 24.024 seconds, and faster lap time when using the Impreza Rally Car 1998. 3 minutes, 39.479 seconds. But that is a good kind of a nostalgia rally car we'll have to take on for only one WRC in Fisherman's Ranch. So that's 97,500 credit with 8.5 miles equals 30.8 miles with a 3-star roulette ticket. Now let's have a good check and adjust the playback duration on the replay to see which one is suitable for a scene of location. I just really want to see some good driving physics in action to see how the Impreza is being well challenging up and well matched to see some modern Group B cars. And this one over here is exactly what I want. There we go. Good thumbnail image, captured and save. So it's up to race number 3 in Hypercar Parade at Autodromo de Interlagos will be set and go with the road car category after finishing on the Group 4 and Group B rally car will take the stage by the reverse of opposite direction. Alternatively, as I just went down to do some plan of idea for the segment video, we'll have to take race car first, then road car second. But just had to do some matter of plan of selection to choose with 5 of them are now being available for this week. So I'll have to be using with the Maserati MC20 2020 with the dispenser cam All-Stars livery on Alec has now been updated to have a new set of variation. But not to mention you guys, I just purchased 2 Lamborghini Gallardo LP560-4 2008 with the standard and Super Leggera version is now serving up to have a UDRS Insportec on different style of variation. Along with the GT3 race car is now being seen and considered to become as a wide car version due to the rear bumper is now being seen to be based off from the real life GT3 counterpart. But I'll have to wait later on, and let's go on Real Car Challenge. We'll take the Hypercar Parade at Interlagos. Just 7 laps and see how faster than an MC20 we'll have to go for our next contender along with the top dog hypercars like the Bugatti Chiron, Veyron, Aston Martin Valkyrie, and other kinds of high performance hypercars including the McLaren F1 1992. Just have to be patient, and I had to get myself prepared to go purchase on race tires as my channel has now going in for having a full upgrade will be available by purchasing on membership. We'll get a loyalty badges and some emojis that you guys really might need to try it out. just use myself and my own OCs to have a good characteristic, to have a character personality, to have some different set of emojis. So if I had to go purchase on Racing Hard compound tires to have a good technology made by Michelin. Almost forgot to have the power restrictor check, purchase on Balaz for weight adjustment. Okay, just have to be patient and wait for the cursor to be respawn. Alright, time to go on Racing Hard compound tires and give it a much more better texture to see some differences on Michelin tires. So it's all set and let's go. I've been waiting for this moment when using the Maserati MC20 with Alex facing it, just like Season 1 counterpart back then, and this one is a different kind of a variation to be exactly during All-Star season. Have you guys ever watched the latest episode of Suspension Camp All-Stars where Alec has been eliminated? But good thing Jake has been finally got himself saved by Connor with using the immunity totem. That was a sight of relief and close call for sure. But this is how it turns out for the founder of the Villains Alliance set by Alec during the pre-merge of the season. Just to see this race style variation on the MC20 with his face that has a different outfit without his coat. Well, I bet you guys really might need to try out all of the Suspension Camp fan art liveries to be tried out along with Season 1, Season 2, and All-Stars variation to be exactly to be part of DreamArt livery style dispenser, along with 2 special editions that related to Odd Nation cartoons as a represent after spending a lot of hard work by every episode in a single week. Just have exactly to go by every Saturday, so I just have to be looking forward to have some new latest episode until you'll have to find out soon enough by having a call out by contested prediction. So currently to go up on the 15th position to go overtake on Coque Lopez in the Aston Martin Vulcan 2016. Here's Bosby Beer Boris in the Bugatti Chiron 2016 on the 13th. Got to get in there and take a full well knowledge to be strategized and well compared with some heavyweight hypercar. That's good. Hard compound tires is check and go amp up the gear. Whoa, so close to be aboard contact by the Mercedes-Benz SOR McLaren 2009. Got to be more careful and take on in the Senna S and Cuba du Sol on turn 1 through turn 3. Okay, here is our Mikel on the Mercedes AMG GT Black Series 2020. Got to go brake well, precisionize, and have turn 4 will go on the blind corner to catch up on M. Habidi in the Ferrari FA Tributo, followed by Adriano Carrozza in the Porsche 918 Spider. Just take some good racing well of knowledge and find a good line when using this Maserati MC20. But it does matter to have some differences on sports and racing tires to be outfitted with Michelin tires. Okay, going in, just have to be wait and be patient. Okay, there we go. Right on the mid outside and go back on sector 3 to catch up to the Lamborghini Venio driven by Adam Tapai in position 8. Just only 15 seconds to go. Just make way for the Liberian of Dispenser Camp to be well seen to be part of the yellow team and being the top 10 of the merge. Dirt lap entered and coming in to catch up to Takuma Minasono on position 7, followed by Giorgio Mangalo is now currently to be finishing up on the Senna S, then go back around on turn 3 in the Cuba du Sol. I see the Enzo Ferrari and the Bugatti Veyron just to be seen on the far distance in the second to go up ahead. Okay, back on sector 2. Got to hold it steady and keep the blind corner perform. Alright, that should do one good potential patient on hypercar type. The Bayron is slowing down. Got to catch up to the Porsche 911 GT1 Stratton version driven by N. Moisab. That should do one good trick. Got to get inside apex. 4 more to go. Looks like Igor Fraka is on the first position in the lead, along with Killian Drummond on second as the main runner-up chase to go on the pursuit. And there goes Ryota Kokuban is currently to be on the third position to catch up, along with Drummond and Igor Fraka to take the final turns as the next lap will be on the fourth run. And there goes C. Alain in the Maserati MC20 to be well seen to be exactly. Got to switch up to the interior view and give it a good racing hypercar action on the fourth. Okay, gonna have to keep a good watchable 6. Just keep the sensitivity up on the torque. Good amp up the speed. Eight seconds to go remaining. I see Kokuban to be well seen to be passed by and currently using with the Jaguar SJ220 1992. I see him right now, far distance, and go proceed onward on turn 6 through 7. Well, exactly, if it's going to be the same Jaguar SJ220 with a dispenser camp livery on Nick, that would be one good tally-o for having both of them on British one-on-one showdown. Well, exactly, I might have to go by request a plan of preparation to go additional to have McLaren for DreamArt livery style dispenser in the later future. Well, maybe the road car phases is actually to go with the first stage, and then the second stage in the later future will have to go on racing type style. But you have to find out soon enough because my fan art project, DreamArt livery style dispenser, will have to go on racing competition to be well seen exactly if it's gonna have to go by Group 4 and Group 3 race cars. So I got the third position in the zone. Update on the faster lap record has now been claimed by a minute 41.872 seconds. Okay, there's Drummond on the same SJ220. Got to get in there. Got to brake well and clear path overtake. Just only one more car to go, and the 2017 Ford GT is now being sightseeing on the view before approaches on turn 7 is on the exit on turn 6. Okay, gonna have to give one surprise message for Igor Fraka until proceed on overtake. So here comes a dispenser camp livery to be amp up and go passing overtake in the first position by exiting on third hairpin. Got to go a little bit more faster, stronger, and more agile patient. Alright, that's more like it. Just have a good Ford GT 2017 on the second, and one Maserati MC20 with the hard racing tires is now currently to go up in the lead. Just 2 more laps to go, and it's going to get closer by finishing up on the 5th, then penultimate on number 6 lap. So that's a minute 41.1 seconds has now been updated, and go placement to go improve of the record. So I'll have to do the driving and have the styles. We'll have to keep this part of the segment to go chapter by chapter in this part of the content. Okay, sector 1 clear. Currently to go back on sector 2 by master turn 4 and 5. Okay, here comes turn 6, directly on less braking, then turn 7 with no braking. Okay, gonna have to keep it up and keep it go. Got to make 2 hairpins to go follow the apex on lineup. But thank goodness my channel is about to go a little bit more faster. I just really need to have some available cash to be earning up to have some analytics to go by official. But that's why my YouTube channel is about to go by available to have some 3-tier selection on membership prices to go by $1.99 onto the first tier. Will receive a loyalty badges and some custom emojis whenever you like to use it if you ever want to become a member of my channel. So help me out, you guys. I just really need to have some money to get everything started out. We'll be part of the YouTube partner program. So here comes the final lap. This is it. I will always have to do my best, keep on racing, stay clean, and make my channel to go stronger and faster. But there's no time to have a little bit more hesitation. Just give me all the support when I need to have. Okay, so that's 1 sector down, 2 more to go. Got to go defense and forward up ahead. Just halfway there, you guys. Third usual event will be finishing up soon until the new one will be on standby for the penultimate and Orchard Nowhere for race number 5 as a reminder. Okay, that's good. And 10-second gap distance from behind. Eiger is doing well by having a quick offense and stronger defense on the Ford GT 2017. An update on the record, 1 minute 39.901 seconds. Good remarkable and good librarian knowledge. Now let's make the final stretch to go on the final corner. This will have to do it clean and do it well. Alright, there we go. So that's third check mark in a can and first place for dispenser cam livery character on Alec in the Maserati MC20 2020. Well, if anything else might be quite happening for him, that he might need to be reunited with his wife and his son after the divorce was being occurred after the events from season 1. Well, I hope he might have to be reconciled soon, but we don't know. It's all about the character from Dispenser Camp is what you need to do and see all the 3 seasons so far. And here is the third race result in Hypercar Parade by 11 minutes, 52.522 seconds, and faster lap time by 1 minute, 39.901 seconds. So I really hope if I had to go by a different Dispenser Camp livery to be well tested and go for the challenge. So no clean race bonus at this time, but 95,000 GT credit is now going earned on average. So that's 200,000 GT credit has acquired, and go to the replay. We'll have to go skipping up on playback position by round in duration. Let's make it by a minute. Let's make it by 8 minutes and 30 seconds to be well seen on the part. Alright, takes place after proceed onward onto the 5th lap, then lap number 6. Got to be wait on the center S to go around and make the first turn on the lap. And go on turn 2 on the right. Just wait for it and have that capture thumbnail image to be placed right over here. So there you go. Race number 3 is check and finish. And let's go for the penultimate. On number 4, we'll take on Sardegna Real Track B in the Lamborghini Gallardo LP560-4 in the 1-make category will be set and go racing competition to have a standard, Super Leggera, and GT3 version to be installed with a wide body kit. But not to mention, you guys, there is one opponent is now being seen from the Gran Turismo movie before entered on the first special event to be using on the Lamborghini Gallardo LP560 dashboard 2008. I really hope it is, because I might have to go and test out to have a 1 UDRS Insportec livery with the GT3 version to the same Gallardo LP560 dashboard 2008. So everything's all set, and have a good check on the settings. We'll have to go by WTC 600 or 700 settings and go by default. So it's all set to be installed and well equipped to have some fully customized suspension, LSD to be fully customized, transmission is now being customizable, power restrictor, ECU on full control computer, and something else to have some intake in exhaust, racing air filter, muffler, exhaust manifold, both of them on brake pads and brake system. Alright, let's get it in and get prepared. It looks like this is going to be having one opponent to be using with the Lamborghini Gallardo. It's going to be known as to have a different kind of a livery variation to be based off from Team Kappa. But I know it's going to be Nicholas Kappa. That will be having one hot-headed racer is about to be joined in on the grid. So let's have a good check on the list. And there he is right now. He's on the first position, and he is on the same Lamborghini Gallardo to have a different kind of parody themed livery. 5 laps, then let's go. I didn't know they put Nicholas Kappa as an opponent to be entered on the special event when using the Gallardo LP560 dashboard in the 1-make category. But first things first, I might have to find out and see and go commands on the first lap. We'll go underway. Got to be steady up and be quick about it. There are some 2 different versions when using the Gallardo as an LP560 dashboard and LP570 dashboard, as Super Leggera is now being seen on the list of the grid. So that's one standard Gallardo down, 10 more to go, and few of them are about to be using with GT3 counterparts who will be stepping up onto the top tier position by having a number 5 spot. So here comes the 6th turn. We'll have to keep a good steady careful to be finishing up on the 5th turn. Got to go deaccelerate. Got a good eye on the orange Gallardo LP570 dashboard. Super Leggera is now being seen on number 9. Got to go amp up the torque, climbing up the hill, and have sector 3 will have to be checked and go clear to be on turn 11. Alright, that's good. Always have to keep practice well and stay clean to do a competent line in motion. Now for the final turn to catch up onto the red Gallardo LP570 dashboard Super Leggera. But you know, custom parts comes in to have some forms of variation without some liveries, but if possible, just to see any kinds of different version of the Gallardo as a 2008 model, and then proceeding on the updated version in 2013 as a Super Leggera. It's all about different forms of variation in one Gallardo that has everything to becomes in shapes and sizes, and then prior exactly to be part as a GT3 race car during the FIA GT3 Championship. So now moving on to the top 5 drivers, and here we have D. Roach in the blue Gallardo GT3 race car is now being seen on number 5. Got to go down, clear overtake, and there's E. Morgan on number 4 to be exactly to catch up to have a different look to be based off from the real life counterpart of the same Gallardo GT3 race car. Well, it looks very good, and it has to be seen on Michelin tire stickers on the rear. Okay, almost there to be overtake on Morgan. There we go. Now for Eb Barberi. Good Italian style, and rear bumper to be seen when using the wide body kit to be fitted and installed. Okay, so 2 more to go. 5.5 seconds remaining as the dirt lap will go halfway mark. So I have to be very extra careful when getting closer to Nicholas Kappa, folks. He's playing dirty, just like watching from the Gran Turismo movie from Race 1 at Red Bull Ring. I just really had to proceed with caution whenever I have to get closer to him. He always liked to mess other racers around. So there is the yellow Gallardo GT3 on the second. Just have to wait, patient, and go sector 2 on turn 5. Okay, good torque, stable feedback, check. Here it comes. I'm almost there to catch up to Nick Kappa, so I have to be very extra careful. Just have to go quick recovery, and just have to get to him right now in about 1 second up ahead behind. Okay, gotta have to be very extra careful. Good thing the radar will have to keep me on surveillance. There's no way he's not going to nerf me. Got to take the side by side and pull through. Fourth lap on penultimate, here I come. Now, I'm never gonna have to be pushed around because I had to be on the lookout on him. That's why I just really don't want to make that same mistake like Sean Martinbrook did. But a different pattern comes with different perspective. To have the same Gallardo will be amp up and keep a good line check and stay clean. So update on the record, 1 minute 29.659 seconds. Just have to be wait, and then just have to go by round 2 in the meantime, and go by increased gap distance by 2.7 seconds. Just hold the line steady. Good thing I still have racing hard compound tires after the practice on World Touring Car 700 at Le Mans. But you'll have to find out soon enough. If I had to bring this Gallardo, we'll have to take a good challenge against Group 4 cars in the later future. Four seconds away from Team Kappa. Team N Sport Tech is still on the road, you guys. So rolling in once again to be heading up to the final lap and stay exactly to go around by 1 minute and 29 seconds to be possible on a decimal on the time. So I had to keep a good watchful eye and see how Kappa is going on a full offense. Got to stay defense and keep a good focus on the prize. But maybe if I really gonna have to watch the Gran Turismo movie all over again on DVD and Netflix. But good thing I just got the standard version from Christmas from last year, but I just really have to go watch it again soon. That's how every car and every moment we'll always have to keep a good excited thrill of dramatic battles to see how Team Nissan, Team Kappa to go all out each other along with the GT3 European class. Just to see how different it is to go for a perspective on the highlight on the rear. So it's almost there. I'm still doing well. No sign of incoming contact to be well clear around on the track. Gonna have to take the final push and give it all I got. So the fourth race will be checked and cleared before heading up to Odger Norwood to take on in the Jeepney Cup. So there goes the checkered flag by the podium, and fourth check mark on the weekly challenge in July 4th in the week is now being done and cleared. Now housed staff for excited Lamborghini Gallardo LP56-4 between three versions onto the standard, Superleggera, and GT3 counterparts. Brilliant total time in 7 minutes, 32.527 seconds, and the fifth lap I took by the faster in 1 minute, 28.920 seconds. just came in first, and very good to be tested to have a good new kind of an improved Galaro LP560 dashboard for the current update for only one of the 6 new cars. So there's a clean race bonus by 135,000 GT credits, and successful to have a lot of practice and warm-up to go up in about 80.5 miles. So much excitement, so much hard work, and so much planned by having adjust a playback position to go for a little chance on thumbnail image. So which one should I have to go with? Gonna have to choose by play and make a good well scene. Just have to go back a little bit more. Okay, there it is. There's the part of the scene when I just go past on Nicholas Kappa. Got to zoom in. And this is very excited to see how it goes, very well to be exactly. Let's have a check on the replay and go around. But I know it's gonna have to take some time and find a good perfect of the captured thumbnail image. This might have a brilliant good masterpiece for this segment. We'll have to do a one featured opponent to take on with Team Kappa in a special event by a single week. So unless if I had to make a good scene of the masterpiece, we'll go down and make a highlight to be successful. So unless the thumbnail image has now been captured for only one try. And let's have another one. Alright, there you go. So that's second, and there you have it. As the 4th round on the special event to go for penultimate is now being saved, and image has now been played. One last new event is about to be set, and heading up to Eiger in Switzerland. Just only have the Jeepney Cup is about to be available to be set on the green light for go. One more check mark on the weekly challenge, and then it's going to be all done for now. So folks, it'll have to take 3 laps around onto the forward direction is now being take place around on the most fantastic place in Switzerland, along with D-Forest Raceway is now going down to have a change of track layout rather than to have a new pit lane entry to be take place around on turn number 6 and turn number 7 rather than go to the pit earlier to skip around by turn 1 through turn number 4. So, gonna have to be ready and go for the Jeepney XC 2018 to have a standard or swap engine is now being eligible to be set and good to go. Just have one specified wheel card to go selected and have the sports hard compound tires to go updated and make it into SOP. So it's about to begin, and this will have to take a good eye of the Eiger. We'll be doing the most fine reference for the hint classic of the 1980s, The Eye of the Tiger. But very good catchy of the title for this part of the episode on this content video, but very good and exactly to have a part of the reference for only one event for having a one place to be around on Eiger. So here we go folks, and this will have to take one tip interaction about the location and other features of the strategy to go around on one of the 2 places in Switzerland. And here is Callan Roach. I'm Callan Roach from the United States. I doubt we'll see any untuned cars here. The Eiger features a long incline which will make for a tough race. To come out on top, you want extra a mile and maybe some close ratio gears too. Okay, so maybe might have a good extra tip to go by close ratio gears. Maybe the settings might have to go down to do some close up driving. So I have the fully customizable racing is now being checked and go by reducing in exactly 140 miles per hour to go by working up on performance. But if possible, maybe just have to go by adding up a new sheet and give it much more well adjusted to go install and re-equip. That's why every part might need to have a new setting sheet and go back to square one. We'll have to go by having some main parts and reinstall to go by the usual way. Just hang on one second folks, I need to get all the parts to be set and reinstalled to go by amp up with having a good speed on strong. Okay, there you go. Just make the tire compound to be set and go around to be on sports medium. Okay, so putting up on 140 and almost forgot. Clutch and flywheel and propeller shaft is now being set and reinstalled. Alright folks, this will have to take one more race and finishing up on the 4th week of July on the current weekly challenge until moving up in the 1st week of August by next week. But I can hardly feel it because the best place will come around in Switzerland to have a one best track to go by the return. So here I go and cue the rolling start to begin on 12th position as the 3-lap challenge will go tricky and go challenging up to have the 1st and 4th turn to go around by several hairpins. So Calvin Roach is on the scene, got to go brake well, steady up, and be strategized to go on the inside to have a good possible line of chance. Got to go deaccelerate on turn 2, just make it go back up and downhill quickly to go by sector 2 around on turn 3. This could be tricky, just have to keep a good steep of the hill to go around by turn number 3 and 4 until you'll have to go on the crossing through the bridge when entered on sector 3 by turn 5, then onward to go around on turn 6. Just watch the line directly and keep that inside on the other side of the road. Okay, very good. Now I get the hang of it. Overtake on K. Di Borre. Now coming up on K. Constantino in number 6 in about 0.5 seconds remaining. And there's A. Lopez on the 5th position to be seen and getting closer to the top 5. But heads up, the final turn is going to get a little bit more elevated to get tricky. Just try to slow down and be quick and caution about it. So that's 1 lap down, 2 to go, and 1 overtake by exactly 4 more to go. It's not over yet until you have to get patient when you're on the 1st sector is very tricky. Okay, keep a good center on the position. Driving physics is now being checked and calculated. Whoa, so close. Back on sector 3. Now for Kobayashi on position 2 to get there, and total gap in about 2.4 seconds to come around on turn 6 to go pass through on the new pit lane entry. But it used to have a different tunnel to be well seen back from Gran Turismo High Definition Concept and Gran Turismo 6. But in Gran Turismo 7, the track itself has now been full open and the pit lane entry is now included with a tunnel. But it's all about the evolution of the track, so you guys might have to put every Gran Turismo games to have everything throughout the years of history. So getting closer and have a good top speed around on gear 5 to have a good close ratio as the final lap will go straight down the hill to get up onto turn 1 that used to have a pit lane entry to go extended and very longer. But it's not anymore. The 21st century of a new track and redesigned look is now being brand new to have a different scene of environment. It's so magnificent and so beautiful. Just have to go for the faster lap time and go by a practice of debut to have this part of the full walkthrough to have 3 events will be included to have 1 location. So it's getting closer. I did so go out there to have a hard compound tires to go adding up by sports medium. But it does help. The 4th race without any kinds of tire compound will be regulated to be set and go by participation rather than driving on the tarmac, snow, and dirt by the irregular after finishing on 3 races in 1 menu book. So it's about to get closer to have the final turn and step it up to get on the line at the inside and right side of the track. Checkered flag clear, and good slowdown by having a new place of the record in first place. So there you go, folks. That's one of the 3 events on Orchard Millwood is now being cleared to have a 5th check mark and the full percentage by 100 well done. Successful and well-fought race on Jeepney Cup at Orchard Millwood is going in for having a total time by 3 laps in 4 minutes, 18.024 seconds, and a minute, 24.999 seconds on lap 3 by having a new set of the faster lap time. Good job, and very good to be a rival for having a good eye of the Archer for only 60,000 GT credit to go well earned. And there's the clean race bonus received, and a 500,000 Gran Turismo credit has now acquired for having a grand total of 800,000 GT credit to be ready and get set to have a reward challenge until at the end of the video. So one moment, just have to go by playback position to go adjusted and fast forward to go around. But what can I say, viewers? The new redesigned track is giving a good scene of environment to go by a different look. So it's about to get closer and have a captured thumbnail image. Very good, and average and up. So that's it for now, and it's going to be all done for having a 4th week of July and weekly challenge until moving up in the 1st week of August by next month. Just to see 3 events by the usual and 2 by brand new to have a Lamborghini Gallardo in the special event and Jeepney Cup for only one of the 3 new events on Orchard Millwood for the current update. And plus, with having enough GT credits to go available for only 1 car collection to be heading up to the Legend Car dealership, will give a good high expensive road car to be putting up on the McLaren F1 1994. This will have to take a good special pick by selection, and this is how it goes, you guys. 20 million credit, just like the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Coupe Type W194. But good thing the body color is the Mercedes Brilliant Silver, and very good to have a much impressive displacement performance of 6,000 cc4cc drivetrain MR 626 horsepower / 7,500 RPM. Max torque is 480.2 foot lb / 55 RPM. Aspiration is naturally aspirated, is very good, and first ever produced road car made by McLaren. So let's have a learn more the details about this most high expensive midship road car ever yet. Is the McLaren F1 the greatest supercar of them all? Quite possibly. McLaren's founder, Bruce McLaren, had always wanted to enter the road car business, but died in 1970 before a tuned production car could be developed. The company would not start working on road cars again until the late 1980s. And this 3-seater McLaren F1 was finally born in 1992. Conceived and engineered by Gordon Murray, the exterior and interior were designed by Peter Stevens. Many aspects of this car, including the weight balance and distribution, are close to perfection. Needless to say, with only 106 built, they're not easy to get. It's little wonder that the McLaren F1 is one of the most desirable supercars ever. It's very rare, high expensive, and good rare fortune to have a 1 hypercar in 3 seats. So sign me up, and I still have available credit to go down by 50 million and get back down on 30 million. I know you guys really want me to do it because this one is about to go adding up on the car index ever since by having 1 million credit from Gran Turismo Sport. But very good on the silver rather than on the McLaren orange, and this one is a very good excellent kind of a hypercar to be exactly prior to the Golden Moray Automotive with the T50S is actually they have a different look and different chassis and style. So that's one car collection to be available by a special, and good placement on the Michelin tires to be well seen on sports compound tires. So it looks like going back to square one and keep filling up with some more GT credit to be doing some more events on WTC 800 and 700. But plus, roulette ticket on reward challenge is still yet to be available to be received to have one real car in the high expensive prices. So let's go collect by 800,000 in 3 tickets. Got to go back on 40 million. But almost good enough because just to stop by at 39 million, 236,194 credits. So let's see how a roulette ticket to go receive by having a 6-star. Well, maybe I have to hold on for a while because I might need to have a 6-star ticket after obtaining from the Supermaster license until August 13. So let's start out with a 4-star ticket and then get some prizes to go earn and collect. Okay, looks like 4-up stroke S is now on the Honda NSX Type R 2002. 1 part added and keep. Now, second 4-star open up and let's see some prizes. 2 per cars and 3 per 1 receive GT credits. Pardon me. Just make it like 10,000 GT credits. Okay. 3 4-star open and let's see how it goes. Just 1 sip of water and find out a good luck chance. Okay, so looks like carbon propeller shaft on the Genesis G70 3.3 turbo all-wheel drive Prestige package 2022. Now 4-star ticket open and receive the prize. Give me 500,000. Gonna have my fingers crossed. Pass by and no luck. Just only have 1 common part received for having a titanium connecting rods and pistons. Alright, 5-star roulette ticket, open up and let's see. Alright, I'll take the Mazda 3 2019 will be stored into the garage. That should do more opt-in and have another real car to go specifically to go for only 1 Japanese vehicle. Alright, so it's all done for now. Just have to do some more roulette tickets by tomorrow and every day. I kinda like about the new part of the weekly challenge, we'll go for a new driving physics and same events with 2 brand new ones as well. While my only thing is about the special event when using the Lamborghini Gallardo LP560-4 one-way category at Sardinia Road Track B course layout in forward direction. Amazing and best excited moments we'll have to take on with Nicholas Kappa as an AI opponent in GT7, just like what we watched from the movie to see all the best racing moments around on Red Bull Ring, Autodrome Dubai, and the Nürburgring Nordschleife Eibay in the 24-hour layout. Just to see how longer it takes to see one race for a single week along with the other 3 on Hypercar Parade, World Rally Challenge on Fisherman's Ranch, and of course, WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca for the World Touring Car 700 for only 1 Group 4 car at a time. Just magnificent to see how Eiger Norwood is now being set by the debut after the launch of the update by release is now going by pick is the Jeepney Cup will have to take 3 laps on forward direction. Just like playing Gran Turismo 5 Prologue and Gran Turismo 6, I'm always love it and always have to get used to it. For only 1 part of the race, we'll get down to do some improve of the driving physics. So maybe next week, if it's going to be another event at Eiger Norwood, just like World Rally Challenge Group B or European Clubman Cup 600, so we had to make sure to take place to be exactly on forward direction or reverse direction. But maybe at least to have a one part of the full walkthrough is when I need to have a better take and just have to go for the encore or other events that I never come here to be participate before along with the circuit experience. So, looks like it's all done for now, and I'll have to make sure to get back on the Supermaster license will be reset, and I'll have to wrap this up before at the end of the video. But remember folks, I still might need to keep trying to go hard and achieve the goal by finishing up on the Supermaster license after graduate to have all exams at once to have 10 of them along with the other previous to go by the reset. So it's back to square one, and I'll have to do my best, and I'll have to get back to it for only one third part and part 144 in the later future to go by an update. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeepNetArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open. If you want to become a member, you'll have to start out to be on a purchase by $1.99. We'll get a loyalty badges along with emojis and more features to be available on different prices, so you might have to check it out and have some more features to be available by exclusive on members only. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.